Okay, so from Warner Brothers today we have Bill and Ted Face the Music. This is, of course, the long-awaited follow-up to Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, making an official trilogy of Bill and Ted movies. And for the most part, the original cast is back. Keanu Reeves is back. The other guy's back, which I guess Alex Winter's his name. It's on the front. Didn't know what his name was, but he's back. We actually have some newer people tossed in the mix. And like I said, for the most part, it's original, except for the princesses that they married in the old movies is now recast. I'm bad with names, but the two girls that belong to Bill and Ted now, one of them was the girl that's in The Babysitter and all that. Well, you know, it's the blonde chick that's in The Babysitter and Ready or Not and all that stuff. She's in here. Wasn't quite familiar with this one, who's playing Ted's daughter, but basically she's cosplaying, or cosplaying, I should say, as Keanu Reeves throughout this whole movie. She does a real good job, I guess. If you want young Ted, she plays like she's Ted. And it kind of stands out. The one that you would expect probably the good performance from, not so much. She kind of does her own thing, but it is what it is. In these kind of movies, where you go back and you revisit these old characters, you can have mixed results, because I didn't think Jay and Silent Bob's reboot was that good. I thought it just, for the most part, wasn't funny. This one, on the other hand, is pretty good. I mean, for what it is, it doesn't look cheap. I believe this was intended maybe for theatrical release before everything happened, but it doesn't look bad, is what I'm trying to say. And does it hurt the legacy of anything? No. It adds a little to it, but it isn't going to offend anybody if you're really big fans of Excellent Adventure and Bogus Journey, although personally I just like the Excellent Adventure. This one, though, not bad. Basically, Bill and Ted are now old, middle-aged, you would say, and they still haven't wrote the song that's going to change the world. And they've had falling out with Death, and he's out of the band, and all sorts of things. So we fast forward here a little bit, and they're pretty well told, you know, if they don't have that song by a certain time, then everything's just going to stop. Reality itself is just going to end. So they go and they try to find themselves in the future to find the song they wrote, which has pretty funny results. Meanwhile, a robot that gets pretty funny later on follows them to try to kill them, because they're thinking, well, if they don't write the song, then maybe killing them is how you're going to save the world. Meanwhile, their daughters take another, like not a phone booth, but another time traveling machine to go collect a whole bunch of musicians to make the perfect band for Bill and Ted to do this song when they got to do it. So it's not bad. The plot's kind of complex. Maybe it doesn't really make much sense at the end of the day. You could say maybe it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But if you just want to turn your mind off and watch it, you're not going to be offended by it. And I thought it was pretty middle ground, so I'll give it a 3 out of 5. If you like Bill and Ted movies, you're probably going to like it. Which, like I said, I like The Excellent Adventure, so it's probably, I may put it over Bogus Journey, maybe, because it's been a long time since I've seen Bogus Journey, but I like it. And, like I said, it's got its funny moments, and there's some names pops up here. I ain't going to spoil it, so it's definitely done well. There's the back of the box there. The front of it, the slipcase. Now, this is already in stores, like I said, from Warner Brothers. Has a digital copy. It's got, as extras, the official Bill and Ted Face the Music panel at Comic-Con at home. Be excellent to each other, behind the scenes with cast and crew, the most triumphant duo, social peace, excellence, and death crib. So it's got this little featurettes. But, you know, I'm glad to see the movie out, because people talked about it forever. I don't know if it necessarily lives up to what everybody wanted, but what could you expect at this point? Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter looks like they're enjoying themselves. They play the parts well, but they don't overham it up to the point where it becomes kind of corny like Jay and Silent Bob did. So that's 3 out of 5. Bill and Ted Face the Music, out right now from Warner Brothers.